FRISCO, they lying. On Tuesday, the window opens for NFL teams to hit players with franchise or transition tags in 2019. It is, as always, a tool, and it is most often also a tool rather than a weapon. It is also, in the case of DeMarcus Lawrence, a weapon, tool, that the Dallas Cowboys have all but pledged to not employ. As COO Stephen Jones said at the Senior Bowl, "We're not going to not use the tag. But our goal is to sign Lawrence up long-term. I'm not sure how the Cowboys can offer the public any more clarity here. Similarly, I know that Lawrence feels he was essentially promised that he'd be rewarded if it show me season in 2018, while cooperatively playing under the tag, demonstrated him to be as productive as he'd been the season before." The answer there? "I make everything a plus for DeMarcus," owner Jerry Jones recently told us. "No one has given any more, or prepared any better, or performed any better than DeMarcus has. So I'm all for that." Amid all of this, I've reported some level of optimism inside the building regarding the future of Lawrence in Dallas under the terms of a long-term contract most of us assume will pay him at least $20 million a year. Yet my respected colleague Ian Rapoport of NFL Network is reporting otherwise, and doing so forcefully enough that he predicts Lawrence is likely getting tagged due to no momentum on a deal yet. From at NFL Total Access, in advance of Tuesday's opening of the franchise tag window, here is a quick look at 4 pass rushers likely to be tagged. pic.twitter.com/xdelisa7, Ian Rapoport, at Rapsheet, February 16, 2019. There is a disconnect somewhere here. Let's dig through this. For the most part, players who are candidates to be tagged will be hoping, well, not to be tagged. The tag allows an NFL team to keep a would-be free agent for the year. The player's salary is guaranteed. In the case of Tank, he was tagged last year at $17.10 mil and this year would be tagged at $20 mil. It's a hefty payday, but in this injury-plagued sport the tagged player is given no long-term security. It's been suggested to me that the Joneses and Tank's agent, David Conter, do have an understanding of where they might go here. A long-term deal worth $2 mil per year, and yet Rap's report brings some doubt about that. And so does Tank's own recent tweet. Tuesday is only the opening of the tag window. It doesn't need to stall or block negotiations, it could, in theory, stimulate them, and I believe that's where Rap is going here. And then comes March 5th, which is the final day for a team to designate a player as tagged. And while the Cowboys' action would surely rub Lawrence the wrong way, possibly leading to holdout time in the offseason and maybe beyond, it's still not a final deadline for a contract. That doesn't come until July 15th, which is the final day for a tagged player to agree upon and sign a multi-year extension. So Rap's approach here may be a theory, just as my colleague Gavin Dawson's is. When Tank tweeted, "I think it's pretty possible the Cowboys are telling him we have to tag you to keep exclusive rights so another team doesn't sign him. Trust us Tank, we will do a long-term, see you at OTAs, right?" Gavin Dawson, at Gavin Dawson, February 17, 2019. Lawrence is arguably this spring's best free agent player. Every indication from Dallas is that it feels that same way about a player who will be just 27 to start this next contract, a point Stephen makes, and who is a war daddy, a point Jerry makes. Those are awfully flattering things to say about a guy who you're planning on pounding into the dirt in negotiations. So maybe when Stephen Jones pledges to not utilize the franchise tag on Tank Lawrence, maybe he means the Cowboys won't, ultimately and finally, use it. For if they use it starting tomorrow and through March 5th, it had better be to open a negotiating door rather than to close one. Otherwise, we'll all know who and what Tank was talking about when he said, "They lying."